Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss quality factors here. What is quality factor? Before going to discuss quality factor, let us take a frequency range that is 100 hertz to 500 hertz. So in this frequency range, we need to transfer signals within this frequency range only. For example, if you take one resonant curve is nothing but it is active power versus frequency, active power absorbed by the resonant curve versus frequency. So if you take this resonant curve here, so resonant frequency is here 300 hertz and maximum value, maximum power delivered to the circuit is at 300 hertz and half of the maximum power, that is P naught by 2. Here this one is P naught. So half of the maximum power is at 200 hertz and 400 hertz. Now we can say that this range is bandwidth, that is 400 minus 200. So now bandwidth is 200 hertz and second case, for example, if you transmit signals with the same bandwidth within this range, that is 100 hertz to 500 hertz, let us take one RLC circuit. So this is X RLC circuit and this one is Y RLC circuit, Y channel. Now this X channel resonant frequency is 200 hertz and Y channel resonant frequency is 400 hertz and half power frequencies, this is P naught by 2. This half power is at 100 hertz and this one is 300 hertz. Now if you notice, first channel bandwidth is 200 hertz, that is 300 minus 100, 200 hertz. Coming to the second channel, that is channel Y. So this channel Y upper half power frequency is 500 hertz and lower half power frequency is 300 hertz. Now bandwidth of second channel is again 500 minus 300, that is 200 hertz. Clear? So these two previous case number 1 and case number 2, both signals RLC circuit power and bandwidth both are same. But the problem is here, if you transfer signals with these range of frequencies, we are getting interference in this region. So in this region, both signals are interfered to each other. To eliminate this interference, what we are doing is we are transmitting same amount of active power within the same resonant frequencies. Resonant frequencies are not changed, 200 hertz and 200 hertz. Here the 400 hertz for Y channel and 400 hertz for Y channel. But what we are doing means we are reducing the bandwidth of the signal. So this is P naught and this one is half of the power, that is P naught by 2. But in this case, this frequency is 150 hertz and let us take this frequency is 250 hertz. Now bandwidth is 250 minus 150, that is 100 hertz. Here, coming to the second channel, frequency for lower cutoff frequency is 350 hertz and upper cutoff frequency is 450 hertz. Now again bandwidth for second channel is 100 hertz. Now if we reduce the bandwidth of these two signals, we don't have any interference in between these two channels. Okay, then advantage of reducing the bandwidth is we don't get any interference between those two channels. That is what the advantage. So comparatively these two, case 2 and case 3, what we have done comparatively case 2, in case 3 we have reduced the bandwidth from 200 hertz to 100 hertz, so that we have increased the sharpness of the resonant curves. Comparatively case 2, case 3 RLC circuit power resonant curves sharpness has been increased. Clear? So again, if we increase the sharpness, even in that case, let us take another case. So here, this is one channel, that is channel X, and this one is channel Y at 300 resonant frequency. and this channel is channel Z with the same maximum power at 400 resonant frequency. Now this resonant frequency is 200, this channel resonant frequency is 300, this channel resonant frequency is 400. So we are transmitting frequency different power signals within the range of 100 hertz and 500 hertz. What we have done means we are decreased the bandwidth of the signal. Now these bandwidth may be somehow 60 hertz something, so 50 hertz. So somehow let us take this is also 50 hertz and this is also 50 hertz. So previously this bandwidth is 100 hertz. Now we have reduced this bandwidth to the 50 hertz. So 50 hertz each. So we are reducing frequencies so that we can transmit different power signals within the same range of frequencies. So that is in between 100 hertz to 500 hertz. That is what the advantage. So comparatively case 3, case 4 power signal is having higher sharpness. So we can conclude here these signals selectivity is high. How we can say that means, so for example, if you take X channel, this X channel is able to select maximum power at only resonant frequencies. Other than resonant frequencies, power delivered to that channel is greatly decreased. Similarly, Y channel also. So this Y channel is able to select only at 300 frequencies, resonant frequency. Other than resonant frequencies, power delivered to the Y channel is greatly reduced. If you notice, if you observe here, channel X, so it is delivering maximum power at 200 hertz, less than resonant frequency also, power delivered to that channel is same as maximum power. So that is a disadvantage. So we need to transfer maximum amount of power at only one particular frequency. If we are able to transfer maximum power at only one particular frequency, then we can conclude that this particular channel is having higher selectivity. Whatever channel is having higher selectivity, then we can say that that channel is having high quality factor. So final conclusion is this maximum amount of power magnitude is related to the resistor R. So we can vary this power magnitude by varying the resistor, and we can vary the bandwidth of the signal by varying the L and C parameters. So now quality factor is relation between these three parameters. So quality factor is Q equal to 2 pi into energy stored in either inductor or capacitor, that is maximum energy stored in either inductor or capacitor by average energy dissipated over a cycle in resistor. This is either L or C. Clear? Now, if you notice 2 pi into maximum energy stored means energy stored in inductor half L maximum current at resonant condition Im square by average energy dissipated. Average energy means RMS value flowing through the circuit. That is RMS value means I maximum by root 2 square into R. This is power into average energy, that is power into time duration, that resonant time duration T naught. If you cancel I square will get cancelled, and half also will get cancelled. 1 by root 2 whole square means half. In this case 2 pi 1 by T naught you can write, so 2 pi F naught into L by resistor R. This is what omega naught L. 2 pi F naught is nothing but omega naught L by R. This is what the expression for quality factor. So quality factor expression is 2 pi F naught by L, 2 pi F naught into L by R, otherwise omega naught L by R. Fine. Now selectivity. What is selectivity here? Selectivity means the selectivity of an RLC circuit is the ability of the circuit to respond to a certain frequency, that is at one particular certain frequency, and discriminate against all other frequencies. It is discriminating against all other different frequencies. It is only transmitting or selecting maximum power at only one certain frequency. So that channel is having higher selectivity. We can say that the channel is having higher selectivity. Okay. So for good selectivity, the resonant curve should have should be as narrow as possible. Comparatively, previous case, these resonant curves are more narrow. Okay, so as narrow as possible, so that you will not find any interference between another signal, any interference between these two signals, or any interference between neighbor signals. Okay, that is what the advantage of higher selectivity signals. Okay, now this quality factor gives us information is how much concentrated and intense is the reason of the resonance. How much concentrated and intense of this reason of resonance. Okay, so that idea we can get from this quality factor. That is what the importance of quality factor. Now we have derived, so we have one more definition for quality factor. One definition is quality factor equal to 2 pi into maximum energy stored in either inductor or capacitor by average energy dissipated average energy dissipated over a cycle. Otherwise, this expression will give us omega naught L by R. You can also write quality factor equal to reactive power in either L or C divided by active power in resistor, active power absorbed in resistor. That is, reactive power in inductor at resonant condition is I naught square into XL divided by active power dissipated in the resistor is I naught square into resistor R. I naught will get cancelled. XL is nothing but omega naught L by resistor R. So you can also use this expression for quality factor. Fine. Now let us derive relation between resonant frequency, bandwidth, and quality factor. So quality factor is equal to omega naught L by R. That is equal to 2 pi f naught L by R. So that is 2 f naught by R by 2 pi L. We know that f naught by R by 2 pi L is nothing but bandwidth in frequency domain. So that is, you can write this is bandwidth. Now relation between quality factor, resonant frequency, bandwidth is quality factor equal to resonant frequency by bandwidth. This is the relation. And half power frequencies, half power frequencies. So we know half power frequency, that is omega 1 and omega 2, that is equal to square root of R by 2 L whole square minus, plus 1 by LC minus plus R by 2L. Now, in terms of frequencies in hertz, that is F1 and F2. So instead of omega 1, replace 2 pi F1. So F1 equal to this complete term by 2 pi. In that case, you will get R by 4 pi L whole square plus 1 by 2 pi root over LC whole square minus plus R by 4 pi L. We know the expression for bandwidth, that is bandwidth equal to R by 2 pi L hertz in terms of hertz. So R by 4 pi L, how we can write means, we can write this is bandwidth by 2 whole square plus We know this is nothing but resonant frequency for series RLC circuit, that is f naught square minus plus this is also we can write bandwidth by 2. For high quality factor, for high quality factor means we know quality factor equal to f naught by bandwidth. For high quality factor means at the same resonant frequency, if quality factor is high value, means we can say that bandwidth is lower for that high quality factor signal. We have seen that curves, resonant curves, previous lecture, means previous slide. So in that case, for quality factor is greater than 10, if you take quality factor is greater than 10, that is if quality factor is greater than 10, in that case, bandwidth is low value. So if bandwidth is low, half of the bandwidth whole square. So you can neglect this term for high quality factor, which is greater than 10. So in that case, upper and lower cutoff frequencies, F1 and F2, that is equal to square root of f naught square, that is f naught minus plus bandwidth by 2. So you can write lower cutoff frequency, that is f1 equal to f naught minus bandwidth by 2, and upper cutoff frequency f2 equal to f naught minus bandwidth, sorry, plus bandwidth by 2 hertz. Units for both expressions are hertz. So whenever quality factor is greater than 10, you can take these approximate expressions. Otherwise, we need to consider these expressions when quality factor is less than 10. Most of the communication circuits will have quality factor more than 10. Then you can take these symmetric expressions. Now, relation between resonant frequency and half power frequencies. Resonant frequency f0 and half power frequencies f1 and f2 relation. We know at half power condition, that is omega 1 L minus 1 by omega 1 C, that is equal to minus R. We have derived this expression in previous lectures. That is again upper half power frequency, that is omega 2 L plus 1 by omega 2 C equal to plus R. If we add these two equations, then omega 1 plus omega 2 into L equal plus sorry, this is not plus here, this is minus. Now minus 1 by omega 1 plus 1 by omega C into 1 by C, that is equal to 0. So from this expression, omega 1 plus omega 2 into L, that is equal to omega 1 into omega 2 by omega 1 omega 2, if you take LCM, into 1 by C. So omega 1 plus omega 2, omega 1 plus omega 2 will get cancelled. In that case, omega 1 omega 2 equal to 1 by LC. Now omega 1 omega 2 is equal to 1 by root over LC whole square. You can write this 1 by LC like this form. So 1 by root over LC, we know that that is omega naught square. So omega naught whole square. Now resonant frequency is equal to square root of omega 1 and omega 2. This is what one expression. Or else if you replace that resonant frequency with the frequency, that is 2 pi f naught equal to square root of 2 pi f1 into 2 pi f2. That means 2 pi, if you take 2 pi common, so 2 pi into f1 f2, 2 pi will get cancelled. So resonant frequency equal to square root of f1 into f2. So resonant frequency is nothing but geometric mean of half power frequencies. This is the relation between resonant frequencies and half power frequencies. This expression is valid for any quality factor. Fine. Thank you.